Sometimes the question on what is the best or worst film of all time is hard to answer. This especially applies to me, since although I've seen a lot of movies in my life, I still have yet to see some of what people say are the best of the best and the worst of the worst. That was, however, until I saw Netflix's Marmaduke. And judging by the title of this video, you can already tell how I'm gonna be in this review. I am not being the slightest bit hyperbolic when I say that this is the worst piece of cinema that I have ever subjected myself to watching. I've seen plenty of garbage throughout my life and career, but this random movie that was dumped onto Netflix ends up being the worst? How is that even possible? Well, allow me to explain. So this movie's plot is relatively simple, maybe even too simple. It's about the titular Great Dane dog Marmaduke causing trouble for his family, and as such, he's given to a professional trainer so he could potentially win a large cash prize for his family. Now, before I can continue, I just want to ask one thing to the people who made this. What the f*** is this? Now, I don't hold anything against these animators. They were just doing their job, and it's nice that their work was picked up by a major platform like Netflix. But dear holy spirit, this animation makes the Ice Age adventures of Buck Wild look like Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, it's bad enough that the rendering and character designs are shit. Seriously, a good majority of the female characters are so thick that the clap of their ass cheeks could probably be heard from space. But if that wasn't bad enough, the characters move in the most choppy, robotic way imaginable, and the effects make the CGI in Justice League look like a James Cameron film. But it's not just bad on the outside, it's bad on the inside too. The story, as I already mentioned, is as generic as it gets, with a hammered-in message about being yourself, pacing that makes the film's 80-minute runtime feel way longer than it actually is, and music that sounds like it came from a synthesizer's rectum. The characters are either boring or flat-out dicks, and the insufferable dialogue and voice acting don't exactly help matters. Plus, J.K. Simmons, one of the greatest and most well-respected actors of our generation, voiced the villain in this, and not even he was able to save it. And the humor, oh god, the humor makes Schindler's List look like Monty Python, with most of the jokes just being ha ha big dog did a stupid. And that scene where Marmaduke shits in a trophy, oh god, that scene made me want to jump headfirst off the Burj Khalifa. But above all else, you want to know what I find the most insulting thing about all this? I'm sure you're aware of Netflix's terrible business decisions lately, especially with them renewing shows and releasing movies that nobody wants, while passing aside stuff with potential or giving it little to no marketing. And the fact that they were fine with this on their platform, but they gave up on an adaptation of the Bone books is both sad and disgraceful. Really, I'm kinda glad my family decided to cancel our Netflix subscription when we did. With the increased prices, the inclusion of ads, the little care given towards content people like, the cracking down on password sharing, and now the release of Marmaduke, it's safe to say that unless Netflix can change their ways, and fast, things may not end well for them. So yeah, in conclusion, I think I owe Dear Evan Hansen and Adventures of Buck Wild an apology because Marmaduke is just agonizing. Everything in it is terrible. It doesn't get a single thing right. The writing is abysmal. The pacing is horrendous. The characters are unlikable. The dialogue is tedious. The acting is lazy. The humor is insufferable, and the animation is the definition of an eyesore. Actually, scratch that, it's more than just a sore. It's a goddamn tumor. Sorry, I just can't get over how ugly it looks. Does it go without saying that you should avoid this movie like the plague, even if you still have your Netflix subscription despite their constantly bad decision making? At this point, I don't know. All I know is that if you want to subject yourself to pure pain and agony, this is the best way to do it. Look, I'm sorry if I'm sounding harsh here, but this really is that bad. There are so many better movies out there that you could be watching instead, and once again, the fact that Netflix scrapped the Bone series in favor of stuff like this is just sad. Maybe that was a trade offer for when they revived Blue Sky's Nimona, like A Soul for a Soul or something. I don't know. All I know is that I'm just done here. Okay, thank God, the review's done. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go rewatch The Bad Guys. Not just because I want to look at something that actually looks appealing, but also because it's a film with infinitely more heart, soul, and passion put into it than Marmaduke. While I'm at it, I might also rewatch Spider-Verse. And maybe Soul if I'm in the mood. At this point, whatever isn't Netflix's Marmaduke, I'm probably down for. But, yeah, anyways, if you want, leave some suggestions in the comments for stuff you think I should review next. Anyways, thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. Subscribe and follow my other social media if you want to see more garbage like this. And, yeah, I'm gonna go lay down now.